Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited to be here today to talk to you about my journals, my mini journal ecosystem. It's pretty simple honestly, but any excuse to show off my handmade leather journals, and you guys always ask about them, so I thought why not make a full in-depth YouTube video, and then at the end of this I thought I could do a little journal with me. How I usually like to use them: going to a cafe to journal, doing a little mood board here at home on the couch. I wanted to incorporate a little vlog element for you guys because those are my favorite videos to watch and film. So we can get cozy now, grab your tea. I actually have this really cute chrome teapot here, and I've got a raspberry peach tea. And this is a little mini mug that I made. I really love the drippy polka dots. I'm actually picking some of these up from the kiln, probably next week. So stay tuned. My first ceramics release in a while should be coming. Let's get into my journals. If you've been following me on TikTok and Instagram, you would have seen I did a couple of journal vlogs because I recently bought some new leather to make some more journals with Nina and my family. So that's what this big bad boy is. But if you've been following me for a while on here, you might already recognize this. Sorry to shout out this video every single time, but I did a whole YouTube video on exactly how I made this, where I got all of the materials from and all of my measurements that I used specifically. So go and watch that if you haven't already. But yeah, this is my everyday journal. And then I made this bad boy, which we'll get into. I recently refreshed this and all of the inserts, so she's nice and clean again. Like, she was getting stuffed full of things, but let's go through her. This is my beautiful handmade vegetable tan leather chocolate brown journal. She's got a beautiful salmon colored cord that I recently refreshed. This cherry charm is from Pura-Uts. This I collected in Murano in Venice when I went, and this is from Zaze Jewels. I love the charms on this journal. So like I said, this is my daily journal, and honestly I've been watching some people's journal ecosystem videos, and I keep mine pretty simple because I don't have a planner like a Hobonichi or literally anything, because I just never stick to it. I literally never stick to it. You guys know I had the Sofia Coppola one. I used that for a few months and then I just fell off. So what I have instead in here is this moleskin notebook. It's a plain page notebook and I use it for to-do lists. If I have a planner that has specific dates on it, I just won't use it because time will pass and then it'll build up, the pressure will build up for me and I'll be like, I've fallen too far behind, so now I can't do it. So using this notebook where I can just be really messy, have really messy to-do lists, helps me so much. And I just plan out anything I need to in here, just write out everything. I would say I'm a type B, type A person, if that makes sense. People think that I'm very organized. In here, it's a mess. This helps when I remember to use it. I will also say that I have this little Traveler's Company, what's it called, clear zip pocket that I just keep some photos, and on the other side I can zip up some more things that I want to use to mood board with, or things that I've collected throughout the day, which is really nice. And then I have my pen also clipped onto there at the moment. This is a Sarasa Clip 0.7 in brown, but usually I like the Pentel and a gel 0.7 in brown. I just ran out of mine. And then at the back here, this is the most important thing. This is my pride and joy. If she ever got lost or stolen, I would be so upset. And if anyone that knew me found it and read it, oh, that would be bad. That would be bad. So yeah. This is my daily journal for my morning pages and my mood boarding. I like to separate my to-do lists from my morning pages and mood boarding. And when I say mood boards, I mean things like this. I like to keep this together with my writing because I think like having them next to each other, just when I look back at my journal, gives me a really great picture of where I was at in that moment. Whereas if they were separated, the timeline would be kind of skewed. It's nice to have something like, you know, a mood board that you're manifesting next to the pages that you're writing every single day. Call me crazy, but I just think that helps with the manifesting part of things, if that makes sense. So like I said, I recently refreshed my journal. This is a brand new notebook. The last one I had was a Life Noble Note plain notebook. I really like this, but I might actually prefer this, which is a Midori open flat plain notebook. The pages are slightly less creamy. They're still a nice creamy white. Maybe it's just because I started a new journal and it feels really nice, but I'm really enjoying using this so far. This is my first mood board. Whenever I start a new journal, I always like to do a little like me board, just a little board that captures me at that present moment, so that when I look back at the start of all of my other journals, I can be like, oh yeah, that's when I was like feeling this way, or that's when I was at this stage in my life. So yeah, there's that. And then I've also done another one here because I'm going on a trip very soon. Have a little bucket list for said trip. And yeah, the rest is just my daily thoughts and feelings. And that's basically it for this journal. I told you guys I keep it very simple, because if I try to do too much, like have a separate notebook for writing about books and movies and things, like I just would never do those things. Like I don't want to give myself too much pressure to journal. And I think that's something that you guys comment a lot and you guys struggle with a lot, is this pressure to make things look perfect and new. By the way, this only looks nice because I just started it. I did want to show you, yeah, my old journal and how like beat up it is and messy it is. There are lots of pages that I didn't use, there are pages that I don't like, there are pages that I want to rip out and burn, but it is nice to just, you know, look back on all of the memories that you made. Thought it would be cute for me to show you some of the pages from my old journal and the memories from those times. So yeah, this is one of the first pages, and like I told you, I do that mood board at the start of each journal. This was my last one. Pretty cute. This was when I was flying solo to Europe by myself and I was at the airport. Such a nice memory. So many pages of me just brain dumping all of my anxious thoughts and feelings. Yeah. Then I got a new set of colored pencils when I was in Italy, and I did this little drawing of our breakfast. These are just some sketches of the painted frescoed ceilings in my bedroom in Italy. That was so nice. A little receipt from the supermarket or the fruit and vegetable store and everything that we bought at the supermarkets. Again, those colored pencils made me so inspired. You guys know that I love to collect postcards and stick them in. I also got this Instax printer, which was so fun for the trip. So this is the pesto pasta that we made that we bought from this store. This is my Barcelona Costa Brava spread. That was fun, and I made that when I was in Copenhagen. And then when I got back, I was feeling very down, so I made a mood board to cheer me up. Doing my best, it says here. So I thought I would show you more in depth how I use my journal, maybe give you guys some ideas. I love having these to look back on. Okay, taking a little tea break. I just yapped so much just then. When Nina and I bought some more leather to make more journals, I was looking for an excuse to have another journal, but I didn't know what for. And then it hit me, why don't I make a huge A4 art journal? Yeah, this is luxurious. This is not a necessity, but I'm so glad that I made it because it's making me so inspired, and it's just really motivating me to get a pen and paper, get my pencils out, get my watercolors out. You remember when you were a kid and you used to draw? You didn't have to have, I don't know, a coloring book or a stencil or Pinterest photo to get a reference from. You literally just used to have a notebook with plain pages and some texters in front of you, and you would just draw. I really miss that, and I've missed having that big notebook. I remember going to my nonna and nonnas after school, and they had a box of texters and these big A4 notebooks, and we would just spend the afternoon drawing, Nina and I, together. Like, that was one of my favorite things to do. So this is the grown-up version of that. Leather color is so stunning. I used the salmon thread as well. I just think it looks really nice up against this as well. Oh my God, so beautiful. And this is specifically for my brand, Studio Sonia, which has kind of fallen on the wayside lately, but I'm ready to get my inspiration back for it. So inside here, I have one of the Midori A4 plain page notebooks that I'm using all for brainstorming and inspo collecting. This is going to be a little bit difficult to show since this journal is so big, but yeah, Studio Sonia is my soul. I feel like that brand I will never ever ever let go of till the day I die. I will keep creating and reinventing that brand, and even if I don't sell that much, it's just such a big part of me and who I am. So yeah, I have started collecting some inspiration inside here. I'm going to do a little overlay clip so you guys can see it properly, but yeah, I've just collected some sketches, some quotes, some pictures. I'm going to use this for planning, sketching out ideas for my ceramics as well, because then when I go into the studio it's really helpful for me to bring my sketches so I can refer back to them while I'm making with my hands. It's just so nice to have this physical inspiration book in front of me instead of creating just a Pinterest board or having photos on my phone or in my head. It's so nice to have this tactile thing, and it makes me more inspired and motivated to create for Studio Sonia as well. So I'm completely obsessed with this book. And then at the back I actually found a gorgeous watercolor paper book. This is empty now because I just bought this yesterday or the day before, so that I can do some nice drawings. I bought a new set of oil pastels. I'm really excited for them to arrive. I want to use them on this. It has some perforated edges inside so that I can take them out and then repurpose them back in this book or for something else. But this is my little art journal and I'm so happy with how it turned out. These together, yeah, that's making me so happy. That's making me so happy. Okay, well that's it. That's my ecosystem really. No planners or anything like I told you, but the video doesn't end here. Let's go actually use these journals. It is such a nice day out today. We had a week of rain, which was very cozy, but the sun is out again. It's a little bit crisp in the air still, so perfect for a bike ride and journaling at a cafe. I wanted to include a bit of a vlog in this video, like I said, and bring you guys with me. I've had a bit of a rough start to my day and I need to write about that in my journal. So I'm packing this in my bag. This is in my new little bag from Ruby Merlot, which I'm so obsessed with. It's the perfect size as well. Not too big, not too small. And then I thought I would pack this book, which is Agua Viva by Clarice Lispector. This is very special to me. I bought it when I was in Barcelona, I think, so on my last Europe trip, and I started it when I was in Italy. It's kind of a very abstract work. It doesn't have a form, a plot, or a narrative. It's all about Lispector trying to capture the moment. So I've been sort of jumping in and out of this while I've been journaling at night in my bed, but I wanted to bring it out to the cafe with me, and I don't know, hopefully it will inspire me to capture the moment in my pages. This is definitely a great recommendation for if you really struggle with what to journal about and what to write about, because I think the answer, as she captures in this book, is nothing and everything. Writing about nothing is still writing about something. It is still capturing some kind of essence of the now, of what you're feeling, and it doesn't have to make like logical sense really. I think that's what's so beautiful about this book. It's very, very inspiring. And to help me stay in the moment, I'm actually going to brick my phone, which means I'm going to lock Instagram and TikTok off of my phone while I'm out, and I will not be able to access them at all because I have this new device called a brick. This isn't an ad, by the way. I recently got sent it and it's been really helping my phone addiction and just helping me stay present. So I think it just perfectly ties in for today and with this video. I'm going to lock my phone so I can't scroll social media. I mean, I can still go on YouTube and Pinterest, but I feel like that's fine. I did a whole TikTok video about this. You can go and watch my thoughts on the brick on my TikTok. Getting on my bike, going to the cafe and writing out my feelings, and then later we can come back and do a little mood board. Let's go. In Agua Viva, Lispector writes, I want to write to you like someone learning. I photograph each instant. I deepen the words as if I were painting. More than an object, it's shadow. I don't want to ask why. You can always ask why and always get no answer. Could I manage to surrender to the expectant silence that follows a question without an answer? I find it refreshing to think of my daily journal entries in this way. An abstract sketch of my days or the instant in which I'm writing them. And it can seem daunting to write in this way, to abandon expectations, rules, and outcomes, but as Lispector says, this is life seen by life. I may not have meaning, but it is the same lack of meaning that a pulsing vein has. And so, although it might not always feel like it, my journal pages are alive and buzzing with the is of the instant. I'm home after a little time at the cafe, and it was really nice to just get out all of the thoughts in my head. Now I don't want to think, I just want to do with my hands and I guess create a little bit of art and just lose myself in the process of mood boarding and vision boarding. And today I'm going to use my new journal, my A4 journal for my business, because I went to the kiln the other day and I picked up these. You might remember these from many months ago. I've been working on them, and because of my event and a bunch of things, they had to be delayed, but I finally finished them and I'm so happy with how they turned out. I'm calling these my little gemelli twin espresso cups, which I think is so cute. So I thought I would do a little vision board for them and for the launch. Yeah, I guess each ceramic piece or pieces that I make have their own unique personality and story behind them, and putting that story down or putting my ideas down onto paper will help me when it comes to marketing and selling them, if I end up selling them, which I think I will. I just want to go like art first, creative first, with everything for Studio Sonia. So I'm just going to start cutting this out, drawing, putting them on the page, and we'll see what we come up with. Okay, so I finished my mood board here and I'm really happy with how it turned out actually. This really inspires me. And I guess it goes to show you can make a mood board for anything, not just yourself and your life, but for your work, whatever job you may have, creative or otherwise. And I don't know, I've always said that mood boards are so powerful, and because I'm such a visual learner, I just find no matter what, it really helps me if I get all of my thoughts and ideas onto the page. But like I was saying before, it's just a nice way to lose yourself for a moment into doing something tactile, something that doesn't require many thoughts or words, if that makes sense. I can get so caught up in my thoughts and in my rumination. I love writing, don't get me wrong, but I think just for me personally, 3 pages or 2 to 3 pages, sometimes even 1 page of writing is enough, and it's better if I do something else like make art, go for a walk, do something else physical rather than focusing on trying to understand all of my thoughts and feelings verbally, if that makes sense. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this little video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to watch more journal with me videos or more in depth on how I journal, I will link them up here for you, or you can just go to my channel and go have a little browse. If you haven't yet, I would love for you to subscribe and join this very cozy, very lovely community here. We have 36,000 subscribers. That makes me so incredibly happy and grateful. I'm so happy. I've gotten so many messages recently from people saying that I've inspired them to either start writing or keep writing or start a journal or start pursuing their art, and that is exactly why I do this. I get inspired by so many people online, and it just makes me so honored that I could be that person for you, inspiring you. So keep at it, guys. I will see you very soon. Mwah. Bye.